Darkheart Thicket. Oh, I get to spend the extra talents. Oh, let's quickly get these. Alright, hang on a minute. Holy shit, I'm dying. Why am I dying? Do I get the impression we don't really have the healer with us in any sensible form? Should we wait for them? No, the tank's not bothered about waiting for them. Sorry, I'm just... quite hard to commentate when you're taking a load of damage that's not being dealt with. And I can't be certain that, you know, some of the damage may be avoidable, fine. But I've got a healer on full mana, and I'm like on half health. And my health isn't going up, and there's someone nearly dead. This is the instance, I'm pretty sure I did a quest with Tyrande, who's very, very rude to Horde players. This was on my Paladin now. I think it was. It might have been on this one. We were chasing after Malfurion, who's been captured. And I think this is the dungeon they send you into, so I think we should be finding Malfurion. Is that him? No. We've got a priest trying to heal us now as damage. Oh, of course I died, I haven't got that anymore. What's this? Retribution aura. Oh, protection paladins get retribution aura back, do they? How interesting. I've been doing loads of damage there, I assume. Maddening roar, is that a good thing? Doesn't sound like a good thing. Didn't fear anyone though, as far as I can tell. I'm wishing I hadn't removed the talent. That means I generate extra soul fragments, actually. And I've still got talents that I can take. Where's he off? Does he know what he's doing? He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. I suppose a lot of people have already done these dungeons. A lot. This is my first time in every single one of these videos with dungeons. It's my first time. Unless I say otherwise. There's someone interrupt. I ain't got a ranged interrupt. But I'm not going over to it. Okay. Alright, this is one of those situations, a bit like with the rogue. I don't fancy using this ability, where I lose all control, when there's stuff on the floor that looks like it's going to kill me. I'm forgetting to use a lot of my abilities as well. The throw glaive is really good in this situation. Because with I've got the trait on the artifact, which means it'll actually ricochet onto 4 mobs, so that's like 5 in total, so it can do a whole group, and it does a decent amount of damage. We pull from behind. I think this is going to be one of these dungeons where you'll get people trying to take little shortcuts and someone else will pull something and you'll end up spending more time on the shortcut. than just doing it normally.
I'm out of range.
Can I just sneakily get another talent? Shit. No. Can't select it in combat. I'll just keep it open. And then when we get out of combat, I'm going to take that Nemesis. Sounds quite handy. Mind you, only any good for mobs of the same type. Let's quickly get it. Where shall I put it? Put it quickly. Shift 6, get rid of that. I'm not using that thing anymore anyway. Right, what have we got? Archdruid, another corrupted druid. Right, let's use that ability. Just going to build up a bit of fury. Metamorphosis. You little bastard, you jumped away from it. I should be doing 10% extra damage against this guy. Oh, red stuff on the floor. Red stuff on the floor, is that good? I'm going to guess it's not good.
I need to get closer.
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Can I get another talent really quickly? What should we get next? What should we get next? Coming soon. No, we won't get that. Oh yeah, AoE stun doesn't have a resource cost. And shorter cooldown suits me. Hold on, where's the tank gone? Tank's gone somewhere. Oh shit. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh no, not one of these things. This is absolute classic case of shortcut that takes you longer because someone's practiced or better at platform games than I am. Do you know what? This ain't gonna fucking work, is it? And we're gonna fart about. I'm forgetting I'm a demon hunter. I can just double jump. I don't know where anyone's gone. Where's everyone even for? I cannot. Oh god. But that poor bugger we've left behind, the shaman. Where's he supposed to go? Poor bastard. Ah, fell barrage. Gonna use this here. Hang on. Should be using that mark again. That's something I'll have to use every time, the Nemesis thing. Right, let's give this a go. This fell barrage, got 6. Oh, have I done, was that me? Did I do a bad thing? I don't think I did a bad thing. I wouldn't do bad things, would I? No stomps. Just wait for that. Load dance to come up again. Oh, that don't look good. Oh shit, I'm stuck in it.
I'm out of range. I need to target something first.
Don't like dungeons where you are allowed to basically skip past certain bits at all. Actually, I don't like that at all. But especially in a situation where it takes some platform jumping skills. I especially need to remember to use my throw glaive because I've got the talent now that I don't have the charge. I have the bleed effect on it. Oh, come on. Use I-beam as well. Again, it's really... I feel sorry for people that don't have custom UI in live because I don't get how they can see when their abilities are off and see the crap on the ground as well. It's really... I mean, I used to do it myself, actually. It is, I suppose you get used to it. Oh, he's a boss. Right, we'll be marking you then. Bit of an old I-beam on the job. So yeah, my main criticism of this dungeon at the moment, I mean, it's just purely in terms of we've gone past a bit there. People have had to jump. I'm all right on my Demon Hunter because at some point I remembered I had double jump and just eat a piece of piss then. But that poor shaman and I was in the same position, having to jump up on that thing. I mean, I suppose when you get practice it's all right, but first time you go in there trying to practice, it's just a pain. I wish. Oh, at last got one of those. So does that mean... Yeah, I should be able to upgrade my artifact when I get back. Who's going where? I'm going to follow the tank. Malfurion's giving it some. Yeah. More weapons. I've been getting these all day. Oh no, it's not weapons, so it just looks like one. I have been getting weapons today then. And you think, well, what's the point of that?
It's too far away.
Ooh, what's that for? Whatever it is, knocks you back. Oh my god. Eggs, it's like Nixia, this. I ought to be careful leaping back at you eventually retreat. Because,
I don't have a target.
I could end up going into something. What's just happened? Is the tank aware? Has he got him? I ain't got target showing. Let's try out my new resource-free AoE stun. I spent a talent point on it. I might as well get some use out of it. More whelpers. I'm not really minded to use Nemesis at this point because I could use it on some of these mobs. It's all different types of mobs. They're not all elementals. And then I might end up with a boss. I'm not going to use that I-beam just yet either. But it's a completely different type because I don't know the instance. And then I'm buggered. But then maybe when I do know the instance, if I know there's a lot of mobs of a particular type, just keep it up. But for boss fights... Oh my god, we're getting loads. Now, this is it. I don't have the on-demand AoE. Actually. Here. Blade Dash has a bit of a cooldown on it. I mean, Vengeful Retreat does damage to all mobs, so I could keep using that, I suppose. fire off my glaives. But everything that does AoE damage has a cooldown, so there's no AoE to spam. You can talent Chaos Strike so that it'll damage one other mob.
Target something first.
So, I'm not sure how much of a deal that is. Let's mark that. Oh, I should be using a metamorphosis here. Oh wait, don't breathe on me, it's up here. Oh, downdraft type ability. Well, that's not going to hurt a Demon Hunter at all, is it? Not hit it properly. What's going on? Can't. Out of range. That's not very sporty. Or is this... I think... Because I'm not actually out of range, but I'm finding it very difficult. Oh, I've got another one. It's the first time I've got 2 in a dungeon. Although this is only my second dungeon, so... So that's 300 artifact power, plus I did get a shard. They know where they're going. Waste of beat. Oh, bloodlust. Okay. We'll try this fell barrage thing again. Oh no. Oh crap. Wasted that RB. And I'm not getting the soul fragments at all, because you must have to be the one that actually kills them to get them. So I'm reliant on healing from this guy who doesn't like healing.
It's too far away.
What have we got here? I'll take it. This is the last boss. Okay. Well, it's a nice quick instance, I suppose, but I don't know how much we missed out with all that tomfoolery. Let's mark him.
I'm out of range.
Metamorphosis not up.
It's too far away.
I'm using Fell Rush in a fight. I think I'd rather have the... I don't even know what that is. Again, usual problem. Who never stood a chance? Holy shit. I don't even know what's going on now. Unless standing near an ally. Ah. Why is he running away from me? Unless standing near an ally. I don't even know what's going on. Someone's left, someone can't be arsed with it. You have to wonder in some people's cases, it's embarrassing enough when people do that on live. But this is alpha, you're actually testing shit out. Why would someone leave? It's not like we've been in here for an hour or anything, so they can't say that we just didn't have the time to do it.
I'm out of range.
Alright, this is where we're fucked now, isn't it? So presumably, was it the? I suppose the time it took to get out of there means that he's. Oh, sorry, I've got that. I forgot I got that thing that makes me immortal, but.
I'm out of range.
Oh, shit. Right, should we go back? Oh, you can't mount here. I wonder. I'm not keen on that. I don't want too many cooldowns, so we can now mount. I better take that away so I've got proper vision to left and right so I don't pull something. It's a rare rage rot. Are we missing out rares as well? I wonder why people are having the mentality of get this over as quickly as possible when we're testing. Oh, is it this bit again? Right, let's get up. I'm cheating. I'll practice it properly when I have to come in on another character. If I've got a character that can fly, I'm flying. Are we even queued up? I assume we are. It doesn't appear to be. But it does sometimes do that, doesn't it? Shall we have a look at the actual abilities? We'll wait till we get there then. Watch the eggs. Don't crack the eggs. Like they've just done. I don't know where he's got. Has he actually got no awareness that he's just run into a load of whelps? Or does he think they're not going to follow us? Even though this is dungeon. We might get these buggers following us and reaching us when we're on the boss. Going around another way. We ain't escaped him, you know. That was just a bit foolish. Anyway, there's nothing else. Rends the target, leaving an infected wound. That's for the tank to worry about. Feed on the weak. Consumes the enemy's cell, inflicting. Don't know what that is. Nightmare bolt. Load of charge out. Applying waking nightmare. Target is trapped in a waking nightmare. Silenced and pacified unless standing near an ally. Well, when I stood on an ally is when it silenced me. Of course, I mean, that's the thing. It could be some of these abilities. With some of these abilities, I could just be misinterpreting them, getting wrong, or it could just some things are not working correctly. I mean, that's alpha for you. Right. I suspect I'm going to speed past this bit for you lot, but in the meantime, I'm going to have a look at a few. Given the fight we look at is largely single target, I'm going to have a look at if there might be some. What's he on about? Go where the dragon was. I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, is he trying to direct the other guys lost? Right, anyway. Again, another problem with dungeons should follow a path. It's nice that they look like big and you've got this like worldy thing and you can go here, there and everywhere, but in reality can we just have a path in a dungeon? What's he playing at? I don't think we're going to 4-man it, does he? He's crazy. This lad is crazy. I haven't even had to look at my chart talents yet. Holy shit. Fine. Can't be interrupted. Now what? Alright, I see. So it is sort of working. I wonder why it wasn't really working before. Oh, silence now. Why the fuck am I dead? Because he's dead. This healer, I'm sorry, but he's on full fucking health. Full mana, sorry. I'm going to have a look back at this later on the video. I might be, you know, there might be some other reason for it. I just don't understand how people can die. When the healer's on full, the healer's gone now, thank Christ. When the healer's on full mana. Right, hold on, let's leave that alone for now, because otherwise I am going to get lost. Fuck, am I already lost? Have you lost me, Shaman? It's up here. Is it? Sort of. We just have to wait for that patrol to go, I think. There's no one left now. Well, I suppose I could just round up. We'll try some of these talents. I really don't get this. I'm not at all keen on this. I'd like to try this out one where I'm not under the pressure of being in a group and having to do things like that. This it's good. I had this one. This was actually further up before this talent, before the new alpha build. And I thought it was a good one, but I'm not sure it's as powerful as a DPS cooldown. In terms of this tier, that's obviously going to be really good on a fight like Darkheart, where you've got to have an on-demand AoE stun. You don't want to be thinking about managing your resources. And that's a stun. I don't know how long that stun's for, and I'm not going to find out, because as soon as I leave this group, I'm back down to level 103 and I lose it. I don't know what that is. These sort of options, I like this one for a boss fight. This is a nice tier of options. I've done that. That gives you complete immunity. That just automatically triggers it. Leech with metamorphosis. I mean, I think that's the one to go with. Again, has some utility in raids. Fellblade, I prefer Fellblade. If I was going to use momentum, I have to say, where Fell Rush and Vengeful Retreat increase your damage done, which, you know, you might for soloing, I would go with Fellblade definitely, because then you can get back quickly. And Fellblade is affected by haste. Bloodlet, I don't know whether it was really good or not, because of course I'm not looking at any logs. I've not logged or anything. This is terrible. So you would use one of those two anyway. I'm going to guess in an AoE situation at least you would use that. Prepared, I still like this. That I suppose that's quite nice. Any of these are quite nice in their way. as long as you're going to use the abilities. And this one is useful in most situations, but this one, I wish I'd used this one, because I wasn't generating any soul fragments, and I wasn't getting any healing. In terms of the dungeon itself, it's what it is. It's alright. I wouldn't say there was anything really great about it in terms of the encounters. It looks fine. The problem with it is, as I say, all these little twisty-turny shortcuts you could take. I'm not a fan of twisty-turny shortcuts. There's two things I'm not a fan of in dungeons. One is optional bosses. Because then some people will go, oh, I don't want to do it, I just want to get to the end of the instance, and some other people think, well, I want that boss. And you're just in a situation where, unless it's the tank saying, no, we're doing that boss, generally speaking, you're stuck, you ain't doing it. So that's quite antisocial. The other thing is when there are little shortcuts where some people may not know them, or it requires a bit of platform jumping type skills, and you may not be all that good at that until you practice it a bit. That can cause actually delays, and then people to get pissed off with you, and if you're really bad at it, they might even kick you. So again, an antisocial element there. And as much as when you've got an area like this which is supposed to be outside and all the rest of it, and you want to feel that you can go in different directions, I just think that it is better if it is a dungeon is a bit more, even if not linear, at least you won't get lost in it or stuck at a point where other people are marching on. But that's my ideas. That's how I feel about Demon Hunters at the moment in group play, as far as I've able to test it there, and this particular dungeon. So until next time, I'll see you later.